Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, Kal Halal, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakak Kwadash, Brakathum. Double honor shall go to apostles, elders, and bishops, the great millstone, who continue to teach it to rule well. Shalom to the Akims, the great millstone, and like-minded camps and individuals, who continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. Shalom to the sincere Aquats who are continuously learning in silence, as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. And also shalom to the true believers and subscribers of this true gospel, for this should be considered a true blessing from the higher power. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. All right, Jakes. So you got this brother Philip Scott you see on your screen. And I've been checking him out for the past several years, probably almost a decade, right? And up to this point, I pretty much agree with him on what he says. But today, nope, not so much. Because this is a video that he posted. And the title of the video is, "What's Wrong with Black Americans Becoming ICE Agents? Immigration Isn't Our Issue." Okay. Yo, bro, you lost in the sauce when it comes to this one, all right? You're not on that higher spiritual elevation to blurt out this statement. All right, so my video will be called simply Those Black ICE Agents. All right, because again, he's saying that this is not our problem. But I got news for you, pal. You do have Southern Kingdom Jakes that's being deported as we speak. The so-called blacks, West Indians, and the Haitians, all right? AKA, you got Judah, Benjamin, and the Levite tribes, right? Those will be the Southern Kingdom tribes. And they're being deported, absolutely. All right, so I don't know what this dude is talking about. But this video is 5 minutes long, so of course I'm going to play it in its entirety. But before I do so, fair use of the 1976 Copyright Act. For this video, strictly for education and edification purposes only. I'm not making a dime off of this video. All right, so play the video. Abaratazah, Lord willing, pull up precepts to support what I'm talking about as far as rebuking this guy. And then we'll call it the day. Let's go.
Well, you know, ICE is in the airports now. And the reason why ICE is in the airports is because Trump said he wanted to make sure to get ICE out there to help out TSA. But people are saying and reporting that ICE isn't out there helping TSA at all. They're out there just doing what they normally do. People are very upset with ICE. Well, the issue for me today isn't about ICE. That's this particular black woman that takes issue with black people being ICE agents. And I have an opinion about that, but let's go ahead and check that out.
This is what we mean when we say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Because y'all, ICE agents don't have their mask on in the airports today. And the amount of black and brown ICE agents I've seen, Lord. Exhibit B. Exhibit C right here. Like, I know things are rough, but out of all of the government jobs that y'all could get, as people of color, Y'all couldn't pick something else? I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
So clearly this young black woman takes issue with black people being ICE agents. Well, why would you take issue with them being ICE agents? What are they doing to black people? I haven't seen ICE round up a bunch of black people. Now, they have rounded up some people from the diaspora who were here illegally, or their paperwork wasn't right. But let's call it what it is. The ones who's out here taking lives is the white ICE agents, or the ones, even the Hispanic ones. It's not the black ones. What is wrong with black people being part of ICE? Trump and them giving a big bonus right now. Well, what's wrong with that? If a black American want to get an ICE job, he should be able to get one, or she should be able to get one. What have those black ICE agents done? From the pictures you're showing, they aren't doing anything, but they're standing there. They have, I mean, like,
Bruh, I'm going to continue to rebuke you. So maybe right now, they're not participating in these acts. All right. But trust and believe, when SHTF hit the fan, they're going to be ordered. Esau is going to order these black ICE agents to swoop in and do what they got to do. All right. Let's continue.
you're not bringing out no video. They beating people up. They're slamming people to the ground. And all this about, oh, you can pick another job. Like, what does that has to do with black America? Black Americans have no ties to immigration. So listen, the message you should be telling that to, though, is the Hispanic ones. Immigration affects the...
What the hell are you talking about, bro? Like I just mentioned, you got, Judah, but mainly Benjamin and the Levites tribes. They are definitely tied to immigration, bro. What are you talking about? Let's continue.
In their community, it don't affect black Americans like that. So if anybody that should be making those videos should be a Latina or Latino saying, hey, man, this is what you do in our community, then that would make a whole lot of sense for them to make that kind of video. But listen, young sister, you may don't know, didn't get the memo, but we're not fighting for other groups. They have nothing to do with us. So if a brother or sister want to be an ICE agent, if a brother or sister want to be a Border Patrol agent, then let them go do it. Let them do it. Because let me tell you something. If there's the roles reverse and we could be rounded up, okay, other groups would have no problem rounding us up. They wouldn't be on here saying that's another job.
It's not the question of if we be rounded up, but when. Philip, Scott, you got to really go into your Bible, man. But then again, the Lord gives this spiritual knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to those who he wants to give it to. And bruh, like I said, you cool with me, but you're not the man of the elect. No, you're not. Let's continue.
Can get that? No, they'll be rounding us up and be glad to help white supremacists and get our behind out of there. So why can't black Americans be a part of ICE? Why? It's a job. The ICE agents getting paid right now. Unfortunately, our brothers and sisters as TSA agents are getting paid, unfortunately, and they playing politics. That's wrong. They should be paying the TSA agents. Anybody that's considered security and law enforcement should never worry about their checks. If anybody should lose their checks, it should be those congressmen. They don't do crap. They don't need a check. But TSA, Border Patrol, any kind of FBI, any kind of federal law enforcement or security, they should never have to worry about their payroll check or because think about it. The Democrats pulled that mess the last time. And they, in the end, conceded. And now they're doing it again, messing with TSA. And you know what I'm saying? These are a lot of brothers and sisters in our community who work TSA. You see them on the interviews. People aren't getting paid at all. But yet the Democrats keep playing around and not doing something so they can sit there and make sure these young men and women can get paid. That's because we have a partial government shutdown right now. Most people don't realize it because last time it was a full government shutdown. But right now it's a partial one, so people not even paying attention to it. But TSA agents, a lot of the brothers and sisters that work in TSA, and I've met a lot of brothers and sisters that work in TSA that even watch our platform, right? And shout out to them in the different airports, definitely in Atlanta airport, Hartsfield Jackson, black people I've met in definitely Houston airport, some out there in New York, just different places I've been, Chicago, another place I've met brothers and sisters at in the airport. And they need their check, man. The Democrats playing too much. But there's nothing wrong with a black person being an ICE agent. Nothing at all. If he or she isn't committing a crime or violating somebody's civil rights or human rights, then it's okay. It's okay. I would never tell a black person don't get an ICE job. Please, go get that job. If Trump and them hiring and they give you a big bonus, go get it, brother. Go get it, sister. Yeah, don't be ashamed of that. Y'all should feel ashamed of yourself being an ICE agent. Why should I feel ashamed? Why? It's a job. That's what it is. I'm not rounding up my community. I'm not doing nothing to them. What are you talking about?
All right, so you heard that, brother, right? But again, if he was truly in the know as far as that, what's that? Isaiah 33 and 6, Isaiah 33 and 6, roughly paraphrasing, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. If he was truly on that spiritual elevation, he wouldn't be speaking this at all. All right? Because like I said, bro, maybe right now they're not in the mix, but trust they will be when 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 chapters do come into effect, where it's going to be sedition amongst men, race wars, class wars, civil wars. All right? All hell breaking loose. All right? A man shall desire to enter a city, but shall not be able. Martial law. All right? So let's go to some mighty precepts to debunk what he's saying. And this one is a doozy, and this is popular amongst us Akims, the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect. Proverbs 11:21. Thou hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. All right? So the bottom line is, and I said this in prior videos, you jakes that want to be hell-bent on becoming defenders of Babylon, whether it's law enforcement or the military, you're joining hands with wicked Babylon, and you shall not go unpunished for that. All right? And listen, I've done security for 35 years, and I had people say, this one female that I used to deal with, she used to try to bring that up. Oh, well, you used to do security, so that's you. And I'm like, no, because according to the New York State penal law, a security guard is a private citizen. There's a difference, all right? I was considered a private citizen according to the New York State Penal Code. I was not law enforcement, and I definitely was not military. So I had to strike her behind down with that. All right, but to continue, Mark 7:21, it reads, for from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders. Verse 22, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, hope I pronounced it right, and evil eye. This is the key words. Evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. Because again, once SHTF hit the fan, Jakes, that's part of the ICE agent rotation and even law enforcement and military. Guess what? You guys are going to develop that evil eye towards your own kinsfolks, like that sister said. What's that she said? Not all kinfolks are skin folks. Something like that. Not all kinfolk are skin folk, right? So, yeah. Because Esau is going to make your behinds have that evil eye towards your own brethren. Trust. So this is what I'm talking about with that dude, Philip Scott. He's dead ass wrong on this one. He's dead wrong. Period. Matthew 16:26. It reads, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" Woo! So where I'm going with this is that being an ICE agent in these last days and times is like in heaven. Why? Because you heard Philip Scott said, you get the big paycheck and this and that. Yeah, you get the big paycheck, the health benefits, you get to carry a gun, and you have full autonomy pretty much without any ramifications and repercussions. Look what happened in Minnesota a few months ago when those ICE agents murdered those two Edomites, right? The dude did not face any kind of repercussion, no legal ramifications. No charges were ever brought up. And even Trump said it, that they got their own free will. All right? So for you black ICE agents, yeah. So you profiting. You gaining the world, the whole world in this case. But guess what? At the latter end, if you guys will come to your senses and get out of this arena, you're gonna lose your own soul. Courtesy of those damn nukes and those chariot fires, laser beam fires. All right? So, sounds so nice. You gotta say it twice. Luke 9:25, and it reads, "For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away?" Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So again, Philip Scott, if you are into these precepts, like myself and the other Akims, you wouldn't be getting on TV saying what you say. You wouldn't have made that statement. Oh, there's nothing wrong with being a black American being a nice agent. Well, according to the Lord, it is. And I just read those precepts. So, bruh, again, if you don't repent and convert, you too will lose yourself and be cast away. You heard? So that's going to conclude this very powerful lesson for this morning. Abaratazah, Lord willing, as always, true edification is brought forth. And also, as always, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Kodash, Brakatam, Kwam, Yasharal, Arise Israel. And as always, Abaratazah, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom.